Alright, so let me show you now how you can make the repeat command in Java. I'm going to comment out this JOption pane line. Actually, I'm going to delete it entirely because I don't want it. And let's go back to the system.out.println line that just displays text in the console. So if I wanted to have this happen 4 times, one obvious way to do it is I could copy it and I could paste it several times. Go ahead and give that a try. And when you run it, you see that it displays this same thing 4 times because there are 4 commands. Okay, well, what if I wanted it to display 100 times? I don't want to copy and paste it 100 times. So instead, you wish you could do something like this. Repeat 100 times, and then, hey. So something like that. It would do this 100 times. You can do this in Java, but it doesn't look as simple as this. I'm going to show you what you can type, and don't freak out because it's going to look complicated. But we'll go through it more slowly, and you'll see how it works. So instead of repeat 100, we're going to do this. For int I equals 0, and then a semicolon. I is smaller than 100, and then a semicolon, and then I equals I plus 1. And then you're going to do a curly brace. You can find the curly brace key. It's the same key as this one that does an opening square bracket, only you got to press the shift key. And then down here, after your system.out.println, you need to do a closing curly brace, which is the one that's right next to it to the right. Okay, so yes, this looks complicated. The important thing to know right now is this number 100. Whatever number you make here, that's how many times it's going to loop. So let's make this 7, and let's run it. So you see it's done this line 7 times. If I make it 2, it will happen 2 times. If I make it 100, you can see I've got a scroller over here, so I've printed something 100 times. So I hope you see, and you remember from your experiments before, like how powerful it can be to loop something a whole bunch of times. So that's the idea. I'm going to show you one more thing. We're going to go over in more detail exactly what each of these different pieces means later. But the thing to know right now is the way that it's actually looping, this I, is sort of like a variable in math. This I really is a number. But the first time it goes through, it's equal to the number 0, and then it's going to go up by 1 every time until it gets to 100. So you can kind of think about this as saying you're going to count from 0 to 100. And if you want to watch that happening, instead of saying print line, instead of putting something in quotation marks, if I just put I here, then it's going to look inside of I and see what number is it, and it's going to print that number instead. So if I press play now, see how it's counting from 0 and it's going all the way up to 99? And go ahead and experiment a little more with changing these numbers. So if I want to go from 0 to 5, you see now it's counting 0 to 5. If I want to start at a different number, I can also do that. So like let's do 4 to 9. And now it's displaying 4 to 9. Okay, good luck.